when we read a text that he grew in knowledge or he didn't know the day of his coming, it is helpful at that point to say that that is referring specifically to the person of Christ with reference to his human nature, because it helps us to avoid any idea that either his divine nature didn't know or he somehow gave up his divine nature. We need to always focus on the person of Jesus Christ. Right? We don't want to fall also into the trap of dividing the natures as if there are two persons, like it's as if Jesus was schizophrenic or that kind of thing. But one caveat here is with the issue of will, and this is going to become important. Where does will reside? Will has to reside in nature, not persons. So did Christ have two wills? He did. And that explains the garden, not my will, but yours be done. That explains, which is going to become very important for our discussions upcoming, submission. Submission is a subjugation of one will to another. Jesus, in his theanthropic person, did submit to the will of the Father. And this is where it is helpful to say his human will submitted to the divine will. But then also remember, if will is a component of nature, how many wills does God have? One, right? So his human nature, his human will submitted to the divine will, which we don't want to separate the Son of God from that divine will. His divine nature is, subsists fully in three persons. So that, of course, is very important as well. So this is why I think it, as confusing and really from a human standpoint irrational as this is, why Chalcedon uses the language that it does. Distinct, but you can't separate them. United, but you can't confound or confuse them, right? We have to keep both of those in tension. So we don't want to fall into the trap of so dividing them and saying, well, this is only his human nature, this is only his divine nature. No, persons act. Persons act according to their nature. So the person of Jesus Christ is the one who acts according to his nature.